Are you a pessimist? Is that how you choose to live your life, through the lenses of being pessimistic? If so, this video is for you, because I'm going to give you 5 ways to get out of this pessimistic mindset. Hi everyone, my name is Sylwia. Welcome to my channel. So today we will be talking about being pessimistic. Why there's so many people that they choose to be pessimistic. Have you ever wondered why you are a pessimist? Why are you choosing? Yes, you heard that right. Choosing to be pessimist. Number one, it doesn't help you with anything. Number two, doesn't resolve any of your problems or your fears. And number three, it actually takes a joy out of your life. It doesn't allow you to spread your wings and to enjoy life fully. Instead, you're being locked. Instead, you're being tense and everything is dangerous, everything is dull and gray. And the question is really, where and how and why do we believe that being pessimistic is something that we need to survive? Why being pessimistic is almost, it's becoming our identity, because why? Like, none of us are born pessimistic. So that just shows you being pessimistic is just another form of coping mechanism to your childhood trauma. This is something that you have learned to do so you can survive what happened to you. And probably when you were a child, that coping mechanism helped you a lot. Because other than being pessimistic, underneath of being, so being pessimistic is just the mask that we put on, to the outer world. So this is what we want others to, for us to perceive us. But really behind being pessimistic is huge fear of being disappointed. You're afraid to be and to feel disappointed. So you, instead of feeling that disappointed, you choosing to be pessimistic, because hopefully you believe that this will help you, it will save you. Being pessimistic, you hope that it will save you from feeling disappointed. So you see, when we are so afraid of feeling disappointed, we are, and if you're not actually dealing with that disappointment, you're actually becoming that emotion. You're becoming disappointing. Like your life will be disappointed. You will be disappointed with yourself. Like, you feel that you are disappointing everyone, and mainly yourself, of course. So behind the being pessimist is actually the fear of being disappointed. And where is this coming from? Why is this fear of disappointing so strongly in us? It's coming from your expectations. It's coming from your childhood, when let's say when someone promised you something and then it never happened. And time after time, every single day, when you knew something was going to happen, when it was promised to you and it never happened, what did you feel? A huge disappointment. And as children, we feel the same emotions, only we learn, like, maybe we don't know how to name it, but we feel the same. So if that disappointment hurted you so much when you were a child, you have developed a coping mechanism to deal, to help you protect yourself from that disappointment, which was being pessimist, not having your hopes up, thinking of the worst case scenarios, not trusting people, not having hope. Expectations also, you see, when you had, so let's say when someone promised you something, and of course there will be expectation, okay, that we immediately, when someone promised us something, oh, of course we will be feeling, we will have some kind of expectations. It's normal, but those expectations are actually pushing you more into the disappointment and then more into being pessimist. Let go of expectations is probably one of the most important things that we can do. Is it easy? No. Is it simple? No. But it can be done. And you can keep practicing every day. You can, practice something. So let's say, I don't know, give me an example. So let's say you're planning to buy a pair of shoes. And you're going shopping, you're going to shop around to see what's there. So you hope that you're going to find a nice pair of shoes that you're going to like. But if you won't find it, it's not the end of the world. You can go back, in 2 days' time and check again. You're going to look for different options. Rather than, okay, I'm going to buy a new pair of shoes, but sure, I know it will be so hard. I know I won't probably find it. I know it will be a disaster. I hate shopping. That doesn't help with anything. It doesn't help you with. It doesn't create a joy. It doesn't create a nice experience for you. So, as I said, being pessimist is a form of coping mechanism that you have developed due to your childhood trauma. This isn't who you are. This is what you have chosen to develop as a coping mechanism. And we tend to, identify, oh, we are pessimistic. It's easier to say, oh, I am pessimist, than I actually know I choose to be pessimist because of my childhood trauma. We don't say those things. We don't even know probably why we are pessimistic. So there is this part when we identify ourselves with that, but really we're not. This is the effect, but it's not the cause of why we are it. You're not the cause of it. Like your experience, your past is the cause. Being pessimist is just the effect of what happened to you. Being pessimist is also a mask. You do it to protect yourself. You do it, and so you can't, or you won't feel vulnerable. You won't feel weak. And of course, you won't feel disappointed. So it's a mask. You put a mask on to protect yourself. And finally, being pessimist is a choice. It's a choice. It's not the ultimate state of being. This isn't the end. You can change that. You can change how are you perceiving yourself, how you perceive life. It's your choice. As a child, no, you didn't really have that choice, unfortunately. But as an adult, you do. As an adult, you can take full responsibility for yourself, for your life, for how you feel, for your emotional state of being. You can take responsibility and then choose to change. In your childhood, it wasn't so much possible because we've been so much dependent on other people. Our safety, our happiness, our being was so really dependent on somebody else. When you're an adult, that is no longer the truth. That is no longer the reality. You might believe so, but really it's not. So now I'm going to give you 5 ways to get yourself out of that pessimistic mindset and try to practice being more optimistic, where there will be hope, when you will feel more joy and when you will feel to be more hopeful, but not so much with with the feel. You won't be feeding the feel of disappointment, but more of the feeling of joy. Okay, so number 1, of course, it will be to let go of your expectations. If it's going to work out, great. If not, that's okay as well. Fine. I hope it will be good. And I can, commit to that experience. I can make it. Whatever the outcome will be, it still can be a good experience for me. So when you let go of expectations, really, you come back to yourself, and that's where you try to control. You don't try to control the outcome, you try to control how you're perceiving the situation. Number 2, practice to trust other people and the universe and yourself. Trust that if it's going to be meant to be for you, it will work out. If not, maybe there's another options that you might not really see yet. So trust will be the second one. Number 3, loosen up a little bit with the control, with the need of control. Try not to control every single thing in your life. The only thing really that you can fully control is your emotions and yourself, your responses. So in this case, you will try to control how you're going to view a situation, how you're going to perceive the situation, rather than looking at the lenses of, pessimist. You're going to keep choosing being more optimistic approach. So this is really important. That's the only thing that you can control, and that's the only thing that you should be or wanting to control, Another thing, try to find something that you will enjoy and take the joy out of it. It can be a little thing, as simple as buying a pair of shoes. It could be something very simple. Try to take joy out of it. Practice with the small things first, and then you move to the bigger stuff. And lastly, letting go of this mindset or the being so creative in this imagining the worst case scenarios all of the time. Let's be honest, we are very creative when it comes to the worst case scenarios. We can think of thousands and thousands of possibilities, which never really happens. We do it again because we want to feel safe. We want to protect ourselves. We want to protect ourselves from feeling disappointed. So when we think of the worst case scenario, nothing can surprise us. Ta-da! we're safe. But on the other side, it takes so much joy out of your life. You keep worrying, you keep, thinking about the bad stuff. You keep, you know, there's lack of joy, there's lack of freedom in that. Do you really want to be like this? You can change this. Your childhood trauma is not and it should not be your life sentence. You can change it, you can heal it. If this is something that you would like to do, if you would like to really heal your childhood wounds and trauma, I have two options for you. Number one is my workshops, Heal Your Inner Child workshops, which are in person, or the other option is online program that you will be working for the next 12 weeks to really heal yourself. You can join this program anytime. It's available to you and you won't miss out. This is you doing it in your own pace. You have once a week a session with me just to help you, guide you, just to help you with any situations that you might be feeling stuck. So more information about those two things are in the comments or in the description, I think. So you can click on the links and you can find so much more information about it. For today, that's everything. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this channel, please subscribe or share it with your friends. If you have any comments, please let me know. So for today, that's everything. Thank you so much again, and I see you around. Lots of love, like always. Bye!